Meet you after this game. Meet you after this game. And yeah, we ain't got no point guard. It's positionless basketball. Yeah.
Welcome to the old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy, home of the Ohio State Buckeyes and one of the great settings in all of college football. With the scarlet and gray already rocking this house. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. As we'll see the #2 team in the country, the Pittsburgh Panthers, taking on the 5th-ranked team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. PITT lined up for the opening kickoff. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. A first down for the offense. Trying to start the drive with a pass. And the pressure gets there.
What a great way to start this game, and one of the reasons this defense has been one of the most dominant units all season long, they can get pressure on the quarterback with guys like that. They've got better athletes than you've got up front, and you saw it early in this game today.
We'll see if they can dig one up that goes forward this time on 2nd down from the 18. The inside handoff. They stop him after a 6-yard run out to the 24. You reach this portion of the season, and games like this, top 5 showdown, can really energize you, not to mention helping your playoff positioning down the road.
Yes, you can. You can make these big statement games. And listen, middle of the season, you kind of get in a lull, Jesse, where you kind of get used to playing and the new wear off a little bit. But when you got a top 5 matchup and something to prove, you bring that extra juice.
You're right. And if you play well in this game, you can ride that momentum down the stretch in November when those games really start to matter. But this is a big one right here. Lots of implications on the line.
And the punt will come to rest just inside the 30. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. They go to the ground. Defense closed down quickly after a gain of 3. They'll mark it at the 32. Guys, it's almost impossible to overstate the importance of this game. The result might well be the cut line between really good bowl and the playoffs.
It's a really good point, Reese, because at this point of the season late, this is a resume builder, and this might be the win that you need to improve your status and impress the committee so that they put you in the college football playoff.
Yeah, in these top 10 games, they get more attention. More people are there, more people are covering, more people are talking about it, more people are spreading it. So, obviously, to do it on this stage will go a long way to determine whether this team...
Afterburners coming. The 30. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds.
We know this guy is in contention right now for the Heisman Trophy, and this late in the year, if you're going to bring that home, you got to put up big stat games, right? Had over 100 rushing yards his last time out. He's doing it again today. He is turning it on late this season.
This crowd knows when to bring it. Goes to the option. He'll pitch it. And they just didn't get anybody on that defense out of position, and they will lose yardage on that one.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
Here comes second down, and this crowd is turning it up a notch. Hand off from the shotgun. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
No first down. That's fine. We got the completion. We had a successful play. And it sets up now a fourth down situation where, yes, I'm going for it.
And it's right down the boulevard. And the first points of the day come on that field goal. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. Coming out with it, it's Greer. Obliterates him, still on the move. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. They try to pop a run on the draw. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down. As they unpack the pile, it's part of Ohio State's DNA to have a lethal running game.
And this is a trend, Reese. We can go back as long as you want to go back, and we can go back a couple years to J.K. Dobbins, and we can go all the way back to Eddie George. They always find great running backs at Ohio State.
And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. 2nd down coming up. To the ground with the back. They'll stop him at the 46 after a 5-yard pickup.
You don't always have to run the sexy plays, right? It doesn't have to always be up-tempo and fast and spread and doing all this stuff. Sometimes you just lower your shoulder. Sometimes you just run powerfully. You get the first down, and that's all that matters.
Fires to the right. Complete downfield. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. And the Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. It's a reverse. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. Man, what a matchup. The stakes are really high. Both teams in the top 10, playoff positioning, all the things that go with a midseason showdown, guys.
And these are just fun for us because we got a little bit more juice, too, because both teams in playoff contention, both teams high aspirations, a big showdown, a big prove-it game, Palmer, for both these squads.
And it's been fun because these two teams seem to be revving up right at the right moment. They've gotten better and better as the weeks have progressed, and now we've got this major clash, head-to-head in front of the entire country, all eyes watching.
Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22.
And this offense is clicking, everything's moving, and the guy carrying the football, I mean, he is carrying the rock. Like, this is a guy he's setting this tone for this game, creating some balance on this offense. This offense is going to be a handful.
Yeah, David, I love to sit here and say, well, the offensive coordinator is just one step ahead of his counterpart across the field. That's not it. Right now, his offensive line is establishing the line of scrimmage, and you mentioned the back. He right now is running with authority on this drive.
Got it. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain. It makes life really easy on me on second down.
Quarterback will audible. And after that stop from the defense, they're still on the 2, and now it's 3rd down. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Ohio State. That touchdown was a clinic in keeping your offense on the field and wearing the other defense out.
Sometimes your best defense is your own offense. Being able to stay on the field. You're absolutely right, Reese. That was a clinic. Running the ball, playing at great rhythm and pace. QB making good, smart decisions and not shooting yourselves in the foot. No penalties, no turnovers. It doesn't get any better than that last drive.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. When you open up the passing.
Facing a 3rd down and short from the 26. At the 40, there he goes. The expressway is wide
Money
open.
holes, cars closed.
Touchdown, Pitt. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
Yeah, coming into the game, you look at the stats. And
Man,
you
it's
say,
the bullshit. Life's great.
So they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
What it do? What the business is? Jesus on the hand that he is.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25.
Yeah, strap,
Buckeyes
dude.
roll that offense back out there. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last
Sideways.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now, we got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, the ground game. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
Jesus on the hand
This is a
that he
running
is.
back who's very, very dangerous. The
Let me
defense
talk
did a
to
good job
him.
getting him down there, but they got to do a great job gang tackling, because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
They'll try to pop the draw. And a good pickup to move the chains, and the clock will expire, and that's how they'll be set up to start the
Jesus,
second quarter.
motherfucking fool. Jesus ain't cool. Jesus a gangster. It's a real G's. Straight Kush.
They'll start the drive here
George
with 1st down
Bush.
to open this period. Use the play fake, now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. A beautifully placed ball to the outside and the toe drag for the big pickup. And you know the line they kick around at Ohio State. And wait just a second, the official's going to take a second look at this one.
Dude,
And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. The Buckeyes will have it 1st and 10. Out of the gun to give to the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. They're bringing heat. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Guys, top 5 matchup this late in the season. It feels like a de facto playoff game.
It is, man. This is the big showcase. Late in the season, you're proving to the committee exactly who you are, where you stand. I don't think it gets any better than this late season showdowns. A lot of top rivalries, too, Jesse. These are the best.
David, you're right. And both of these teams have been on a collision course all year long. This game was going to matter a lot, so you know the intensity is going to be off the charts.
Money holes cause close.
This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. Just on the edge of the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 21. He leaves it with his back.
What it do? What the Dynasty is? Road on the street. You can name the handle here. This and all right.
And another nice game by the offense. All right, defense. We got to change something up here. They're putting a big drive together, play after play, having a lot of success. How do we break the rhythm? How do we give them something that can create a tackle for a loss or a sack or something to get momentum back on my side?
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He'll run it to the right here and try to get it into the end zone.
The defense literally went that way, but they washed everybody that way. We were already at the play. Or whatever. Got the 6 tag.
And with the extra point, they're up 14 to 10. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
What it do? What the Dynasty is.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Madden. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tied.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. He'll pull it down and run. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could. Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much riding on the line in this one.
And you can feel it, man. You can feel the energy. The players this week, they were on high. Like, you could tell they were ready for the challenge. This is going to be an absolute showdown.
Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. On the option. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play.
And that quarterback can go. Just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays, they got so much speed.
What they do, yeah.
Man, I'm telling you, that has to be exhausting for the defensive lineman trying to chase down guys like that. Oh, it's a fumble. Oh, the offense averts absolute disaster by falling on that fumble.
Man, and this is why you practice 5 points of pressure with the football. You cannot put the ball on the ground. Doesn't matter how many defenders are around you or how hard you get hit. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win games.
Still running at the 40. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32.
How about the defense trying to slow this dude down? He's a Heisman contender for a reason. He's so difficult to tackle, and what a challenge. All week long, they knew that they had to key on this guy and really try to at least limit him if they were going to win.
He's looking to throw it.
What the fuck?
Working that left side now.
He ran the route for him.
Going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And what a job by the defense, seeing the quarterback throw the football, break on the football, no space allowed.
He ran the route for him. Like, what the fuck?
Defender meet ball carrier, he gets him on the ground.
I had him really across the middle for real.
Offense about to reel off its 7th play of the drive.
Shit, empty. He did not audible to the correct route.
On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. Throws to
He threw the ball right to him, bro. What kind of pass is that?
Never really got that return.
What kind of pass
breaking,
is
but the
that?
offense is set up at the 30.
I leave the ball up to the left so he can get it closer to the sideline, and you throw the ball straight to him? What are you doing? You know?
Securing the football and forcing the turnover.
And the tackle is made, but there has been a flag thrown. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down.
Like, I don't know, man.
On 1st down, here comes this offense. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. And you just don't expect your junior quarterback to get fooled and to throw it into double coverage like that.
Good job on defense, getting a hand on it, tipping it up in the air. They weren't able to pick it
I
off,
just
but
need
they
my
did force the
quarterback that I got last year to develop, because he ain't ready to play right now, but that nigga stinks, and he's always stunk. Like,
After the misconnection,
damn,
it's 2nd down. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Throws to the back.
so what?
Got his man. And they'll finally catch up to him.
Jog to the middle of the field, and it's like, straight up. Cool.
Now a 1st down from the 45-yard line. Looking to move it through the air. He rifles one deep to the
What the
left.
fuck, bro?
He's got it. Nothing
Like,
but green
I
ahead.
clicked on to catch the
And he
pick and
just
everything.
kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it
Like,
in.
I clicked on to catch the pick.
Touchdown,
Why?
Ohio State.
What is that?
And with the extra point, it's a 21-10 game. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the score coming on the touchdown pass from 55 yards out. He'll bring it out. It's Madden. Rolling
Every
the dice
tackle's
to
gonna
bring
be
it out of the
stripped.
end
I'm
zone.
tempted
Did
to
not
put on
work
the
out as he
thingy.
stopped at the 13.
Literally every single tackle's gonna be a strip. So, wonder who started that shit. Restriction on right. Let me talk to.
The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Damn,
Yeah,
how
I don't
about
think you get
lay
concerned.
down?
Play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Man, this offense is so
Some nigga got hurt
dangerous,
from
Reese. They've
being
got dudes
laying
all over
down.
the
What the
field that can
fuck?
make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, and now the defense is really on its heels. After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Panthers.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast.
Let me catch the pitch, please. Like, instead of having me catch it, y'all. Like, what the fuck is that?
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
What's cracking?
The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. And now the hit knocks it loose. The kicking team's got it, and they take the ball right back.
Oh, I'm streaming right now. I'm losing.
They've got heat-seeking missiles running down the field with bad intentions. They hit that return man with authority, and that's what popped the ball loose.
The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more. Got enough space, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Panthers! PAT unit on the field. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity.
I was, and I got a fumble, and then first play I scored.
Quickly for the touchdown.
Bro, I dead ass was just losing. Right? I mean, I'm gonna probably start losing again because, you know, deep outs, corners, and comebacks. All this nigga throws, and I really don't feel like running man all day or setting my zone drops. I just want to get on and play the game, bro. Like, we just got to do all the extra beating. I don't really care too much. I just want to get on and play the game.
Quarterback frustrated with himself after throwing it behind his man.
I know that sounds corny, but like,
fast incompletion leaves him still sitting at their own 25 with second and 10.
That's literally it though. Like I literally just want to get on and play the game. I'm not trying to put no extra effort into this shit. If niggas got to do that, then that's what they got to do.
It allows the defensive ends and the defensive tackles to run upfield. The offensive linemen kind of push them upfield, go down to the next level, try to sneak in a big play.
Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. The Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Comes out throwing on first down. Receiver looks it in, it's complete.
I tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands. You saw it on that last play.
And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Blasted as he lets it go. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And that was a dangerous throw. You could tell, didn't really get his feet set, was floating backwards, and what happens, that thing hangs up in the air, and the defense almost had the opportunity to get that pick, but they just dropped the ball, hit him right in the hands, too.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Yeah, this offense might want to think about moving the launch point for this QB, because if you take hits like that from the pocket, it's really tough to complete passes.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. He'll let one go down the right side. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal.
That's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
I tell you, as a quarterback, it's going to be hard throwing the ball over the middle of the field against this defense because these D linemen are huge, and they've got long arms. That was like trying to throw over a 10-foot tall.
Snagged in the end end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. And they capped the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. He'll bring it out. It's Madden. He gets a block. He's got an alley. There he goes. Open it up. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. No guts, no glory. Caught it in the end zone. Didn't hesitate for a millisecond to take that thing back, and boy, did it pay off.
And this is why kickoff returns are so exciting. There's so much space between you and the other team flying down the field. The only time you're going to be provided that much space, and you could tell he knew what to do with that space. Kicked on the Jets by Felicia.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
He makes a catch. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. He'll come out throwing on first down. It's complete to the right. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Well, this defense is being challenged, and this secondary in particular. And I know a DB made the tackle there, but we're only in the second quarter, and already this quarterback has over 200 yards passing.
Fires to the middle. Got his man downfield. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Guys, how much better does it feel if you go to that locker room with a lead? They have a chance to do it here. Floats it out in space. Touchdown, Ohio State! A great catch and run for 6.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. He'll bring it out. It's Madden. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They'll start this drive with a pass. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Oh, picked off. Got room on the return. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his offense.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision making.
The field goal is no good. After the miss, the lead is still 4. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And the Buckeyes will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. Fielded in the end zone. It's Madden. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. themselves trailing to start the second half. Those 2 turnovers in the first.
Yeah, and I think coaches will tell you the number one thing that you got to make sure you do is take care of the football. You want to create explosives, you want to put up a bunch of yards, but step one, Jesse, taking care of the football.
And it just goes to show you how critical those mistakes are. Only 2 plays. That's really what separates this team from potentially having the lead. If they clean up the errors, they've got a chance to win this game.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Leaves it with the back. Brought down at the 21, but a really big play there to pick up 10.
And obviously, if you're going to be in the discussion for the Heisman Trophy, you got to be putting out big stat games week in, week out. He's been doing it all season long and obviously had over 100 rushing yards his last time out. He's doing it again here today in a game where a lot of Heisman Trophy voters, they're watching this one.
Looking to go up top on first down. Throws to the wideout. Incomplete. And man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception.
This quarterback is so lucky that ball wasn't picked off. Of course, he threw a pick on the last drive, and this one the defender dropped. This quarterback's got to get his act together.
They'll run the option. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
Well, this guy's a weapon, throwing it and running it, and you know he's going to try to hurt this defense with his legs.
It puts so much stress on the defensive line to chase him, and the fact that the play is extended so long.
Yeah, if they've got a spy defensively, if someone's athletic enough to run with this guy, that's going to be maybe a sound move moving forward schematically.
Pittsburgh going to work with a fresh set of downs. Quickly complete. On the move at the 30. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with a first down.
Well, you're seeing the balance this offense has and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
They'll snap it from the 26 on first down. He wants to throw. Fires toward the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh! And that one will give him the lead. Lining up for the PITT. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Unloads to the wideout, and he just overshot it. Threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
And that's where quarterbacks, you know, they got to be very assertive. They got to believe what they see and really pull the trigger. But the longer they wait and they get off rhythm or off timing, a lot of times it ends up in incomplete passes.
And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. You can feel the momentum starting to swing in this stadium. It's 1st and 10. He's going to pass. This time he's got his man. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down. A new set of downs after the completion. Leaves it with the back. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Back open in the middle. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
This is what I'll be talking about like how much niggas don't punt. Like, Jesus, Jamal Christ, dog.
On 4th and 7, analytics, gut feel, or maybe just wanting to keep the offense out there. They'll go for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires to the wideout. Got his man.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it. Now, a fresh set of downs.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Once you start getting closer to the end zone, you start bringing in more big bodies, right? They're going to run the football more. The field shrinks. I can run different coverages, but really nice job saying, that's fine. You bring in the big bodies. I'm going to toss the ball in the perimeter for a nice positive game.
He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
This defense really is on their heels. They've been on the field now for a long time on this drive, and they're just getting pushed around at the point of attack up front like we saw them.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Coming out with it, it's Madden. And he loses the ball deep in his own end. It's recovered by the kicking team, and they'll steal a possession.
You just can't have that happen if you're on the return team. You know if you lose the football now, you're giving the other offense the ball back deep in your own end. Simply can't.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, David. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They'll give it to the back. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening.
And listen, it's tough. It's a tough proposition. This is the top 10 defense against the run. You know they're physical. You know who they are. But you're not going to bat an eye. And you're going to challenge your guys, especially in the red zone, to be more physical, to be able to continue to run the football.
And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Ohio State. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead.
Like,
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
I'm gonna tell you what.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Madden. Not nearly as much as he
Like,
hoped.
this
When he
nigga
brought
runs
it out in the end zone,
every
he'll be
single
stopped at the
thing
15.
off of TikTok. Like, this is for sure gonna get your players open.
Ready to roll. They're certainly still a
damn,
hill
bro.
to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what
When
you
is
do.
y'all
Once you
shit?
get settled, you realize what's going on. Now, I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened in the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive
This
pressure
nigga
there.
just threw the ball into the ground.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels.
Whatever,
If you
guys.
pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the
Eat,
defense.
Jam. Fuck
Third
that.
down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores.
Yeah, you see me, I'm like, what the fuck is that?
Looking to scramble. Takes a hit as he fires. That pass is well off
Yeah, I have no idea what the fuck that is.
Trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. Pitt will line up to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon.
Who the fuck, bro? That's doing too much.
He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of
saying
balance,
that's
right?
literally
You
the
wanna
start.
be able
Like,
to
I
keep
don't
this defense
yeah.
guessing.
Yeah, and you got me
Not what I
searching
do.
for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this. Their
There you
defense's
go,
heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
Trying to.
After they couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. Leaves it with the running back. He picks up 4. That'll leave them with 3rd and 6.
When you're a defense, it is stop the run first. That is your first responsibility.
Ain't nothing wrong with that game.
Easy. And right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to have to change something up.
When I sign that dotted line.
Dink and dunk. You keep doing this, they'll go all the way down the field on you, so you might want to get a little bit more aggressive.
And this junior quarterback shows you why the scouts love that big arm of his. Trying to find his man on 1st down. And the pass is intercepted. Going the other way, and he's got room. At the 20. Touchdown, Pitt. A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense.
My hair is done. My fingernails too.
Now they'll try the 2-point conversion and try to crawl within 3. He'll set up to throw. He makes the catch for the 2, and now they're down by just a field goal. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick 6. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner goes down. This should be the last play of the quarter. To the air on 1st down. Uncorks it. He's got it. They make the tackle, but not before he finishes off this 3rd period with a big play.
Who, Batista? That nigga, the Batista was definitely on roids.
First down to start the drive after the break.
Damn.
The receivers telling the quarterback what they see. They'll throw it on 1st down. Trying to beat the D deep. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Now on 2nd down. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here.
So what?
And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a third down and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. He hurls.
Oh, damn, that's a linebacker.
Left side. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby. A lot of glorious days in the history of the Buckeyes, and this might put this guy right at the top of the list for a single game.
And that list of names is incredible. Like, we could go down the list of so many guys that have been such great playmakers, so dynamic. So to think about putting yourself in that category, we're going to be talking about winning trophies and this guy being an All-American by season's end.
He'll return it. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18.
Does, bro. People need to see that.
The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
Yeah, that's
that
disgusting,
3 and out.
bro.
Sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable
Damn.
that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Offense gets set for second down.
Pick up the shot put. It's insane. Bro, what, bro?
Defense gets the ball back.
Another fumble?
As a defender,
damn, dog.
And you know what the cherry on the
How much
Sunday
shit
is
they gonna
you get
just
the
be
big
like,
hit
fuck
and
it,
force
here you
the
go. Fuck it,
The
here you
coach
go.
still thinks he was right.
Fuck it, here
officials
you
say
go.
He was not. The challenge is denied, and the timeout fires deep toward the end zone. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
That's actually fucked up, but hilarious at the same time.
Try it again on second down. They'll go to the ground.
Oh, that nigga was quick.
A 6-yard pickup that leaves them with 3rd and 4.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards.
That nigga was quick.
Trying play action. They're trying to get to it. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
This offense has already converted once on 4th down. Can they do it again? This will be picked off. Maybe just the turning point they needed. He'll try to take it back. At the 30. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Panthers. How about that D coming up with a play like that? On to attempt the try. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Tennessee is currently ahead of this one, but unlike the days of Neyland and Fulmer and Majors, this has
I'm not doing that.
They're up by 7 over TCU. We'll circle back if anything.
You said 25 to 45?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on
yeah,
everything
dang,
going
they
on
could either
elsewhere.
with that.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Power football with the run. At the 35, he's loose. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Tackled after picking up the first down.
And this guy really has been a workhorse.
I don't get why you ain't
He's
done all
made
that
plays
shit
when
already.
his offense has needed them the most. He's a guy who's reliable. They know they can turn around, give him the football, and he'll go make things work out. And they're going to need him to finish this game. He has to continue playing well after that big run there.
Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Pushed back behind the chains. It's 1st and 15.
Wow. Okay, and
Takes a snap, wants to throw. Fires to the tight end. Stopped after making the catch.
A nice job by the defense there, tackling the catch and smothering
That's
the tight end.
actually
They know this
insane.
offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on 2nd down. The play action fake. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover? And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Who did what?
Talk about having to have it. We needed to force the turnover. We had to get the football back. They're in such a good position to run out the clock, try to win. No, sir. Our ball, 1st down.
Oh, shit.
The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. Last time they had it, they put it on the deck. The football was not riveted to their rib cage, Jesse.
Need 5 points.
He's loose. The tag. Touchdown, Panthers! They've got the lead here in the 4th.
Man, I love this offense.
But no lose, it's crazy.
Football late in the game when it matters and punch it in for the touchdown, and more importantly, take the lead.
And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point
I don't know what that
lead in the
is. I don't
4th.
know what to say.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Now this
I
offense
don't
is
even know
back on the
what to say.
field.
I have no idea what any of that shit is, guys.
They'll throw it on 1st down. Zings it complete to the right. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the 1st down.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You can tell they were, and that's why they got the 1st down.
The Buckeyes pick up the 1st down.
Well, they needed 2 yards for that 1st down. The running back doing just enough to make sure he keeps this drive alive.
They'll snap it on 1st down from the 35. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. At the 45 on his way.
Yeah, I need to go.
Out of bounds, but a big
I need to go get me a commercial big
It'll be
kid
a
license.
1st
Like,
down.
Well, on offense, you have got to love the way your offensive line is playing in this game. They're getting tremendous movement up front, climbing into 2nd level, and really giving these backs and ball carriers
that's why I'm
a
not.
lot
Yeah,
of
actually
room to
too
run
high,
all
like.
game long.
Yeah, actually too high. Like, let me talk this nigga.
Quarterback checking off. He's looking to throw it. It's complete. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Headed to the end
You know how your man be.
He's all the way down to the 3. And he
Cause that's the man. Y'all was rolling around the hype, learning how to
run the ball and beat
learning how to freak
especially
mouths
on
together.
1st down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get 1st down.
touchdown, Ohio State. They move on top.
I gotta
Here in
chill.
the 4th.
What I gotta chill for? I ain't done shit.
How nice is it to know, man, late in the ball game when I need it. I can keep the football on the ground, not get super complicated, pound the rock, get in the end zone, and take the lead.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He's going to bring it out from deep. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16.
I got a kill. I ain't even know shit.
The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. Then that last drive, if you want to call it that, was efficient. One big run for a score. David, see if they can do it again.
Yeah, I find it hard-pressed they're not going to give it right back to him. You break that long of a run, get a touchdown, Jesse, I'm assuming he's going to touch it again.
You're absolutely right, David. Everybody in this stadium, I think, is expecting him to get it again, too. Big-time players make big plays in big games. Let's see what he can do here.
Gets it out quickly. At the 35, he's got room. And how about that catch and run?
I think I might ain't done nothing to you.
And that's why, for the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Offense trying to keep him off balance on 1st and 10.
Get it out.
Looking to move it through the air. Quarterback extends the play.
There you go.
And he'll just get rid of that one.
I'm literally still playing right now. I wish it was over, nigga. I got some Jersey Mike's right next to me. Hell
The incomplete pass leaves him with 2nd down. He's looking to throw. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
3rd and long, defense knows the pass is coming, so they're going to have guys with their eyes on the QB, but they're going to try to get to him with pressure, pinning their ears back. If you're on offense, you might be thinking blitz here. You better get rid of this one quick.
He'll pull it down. And he tried to make something happen with his feet, but they stopped him short, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
You know how I get it. I just whole ass got a 1st down, but these niggas gonna make me have to try and get another one.
Snap it to the back. Running toward the tape. Ripping through the defense. And he'll get out of bounds. It's a 1st down there in plus territory, and now threatening to get the score.
And obviously this guy's been hyped up, and we've talked about him in the Heisman race. What do you have to do? You got to finish strong. The voters are watching what you do at the end of the season. Awesome opportunity. Put together a 100-yard game last week. Put some stats up. Get a bunch of touchdowns. You know, really finish strong so you can get in that Heisman race and maybe go win that big trophy.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. This crowd even louder now on 2nd
How you supposed to get in the rhythm? Get the ball.
Here's the give off the left side. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
How you supposed to get in the rhythm?
Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call.
That's bogus as hell.
This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waiting moments. That could be a costly play. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Field goal is good. Guys, just over a minute to go, all tied up, and we're headed to OT, but we're going to have a great finish.
That is a massive kick late here in the game to tie it up. And now, can your defense do their job and at minimum hold them scoreless here to put this thing into OT, or even better, can they get you the football back and give you an opportunity to win the game?
Off the play fake on first down, the throw. Firing to the right, complete. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. Completion a little short of the sticks. It's second down.
These are the breaks.
He's looking to throw. Unloads to the right.
What the hell was that route?
He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. And at this point, the defense looks as if they've been in one of those dizzy bat races. They've got no idea where the ball's coming from. He's over 500 yards passing.
Yeah, this is a Heisman Trophy level performance from this guy. The accuracy, the decision-making, the athleticism, everything has been on display.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to.
Hell yeah, what the fuck?
Catch the ball consistently.
And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what
But you did a whole
down.
lot, though.
The Buckeyes
You're
will
supposed
snap
to,
it on
Dan.
1st and 10. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Now they'll run it on the toss. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Dialing up the second down pass play. Pulls it in. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
That's the end of regulation with the score all time.
Must be the money, must be the money. Got it going on.
They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25.
That I bought from me.
He wants to throw. A shot toward the end zone. If he houses this, it's ball game. And the takeaway will put the finishing touches on this one. And, man, just a soul-crushing turnover by this offense here in overtime.
It's so tough throwing the ball down in this area of the field, right? The windows are so much smaller, and they open and they close so much quicker. You've got to be so precise with timing and accuracy if you're the quarterback. And that time, it came back to bite him. Just didn't execute well enough. And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating him up. He's got over 100 yards rushing line to David. Finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
3rd and long, and they want to be careful here not to go backwards and make a potential game-winning kick tougher. Got the first down and more. And he's brought down after a nice game.
And it's runs like that, man, where he just shows you a little bit of everything that is the reason why he's in the Heisman race. Like, this dude leads the nation in rushing for a reason. They hand him the football a lot. They trust him, and he continues to deliver and make big play after big play. This dude is an absolute superstar.
Able to pick up a couple before he's knocked down. They mark it at the 10. be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. The give on the inside. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing?
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here. Here comes the field goal unit, and they can win it with a chip shot. Timeout called by the defense as they want to make sure they avoid any hint of a mental lapse here in overtime. They'll try to walk it off with a chip shot field goal here in overtime. Right down the middle. The kick is good. A game winner in overtime.
I find it funny how the one time that I'd be like, fuck it, let's actually play the corner and set our adjustment, we get a tick and end the game. This nigga has 24 rushes for 408, bro. My running back. My running back has 3,100 rushing yards in a year.
For a long time, Dave.
Yeah, right.
If you know Reese Davis, that is not happening, but we got a free game that was awesome.
And I swear to you, like I've been talking to this nigga Julian the whole time. Niggas don't be believing me when I say this. I be chilling the whole fucking game. Niggas don't affect me. Especially niggas like this nigga. I be chilling the whole game, bro. I be chilling the whole fucking game, dog. You can call that nigga and vouch. He gonna dick eat first, but I be chilling the whole fucking game. Come on, bro. You know how you get. What the fuck is a Cronus Zen? Ain't that the shit they use for 2K?